So here we've got some St. Augustine on top and some Bahia on the bottom. What is it that makes Bahia so much tougher to cut compared to something like some nice St. Augustine? Well, let's take a closer look and see if we can't find out. Now before we get a real close-up, let's just take a closer look at what the leaf structure of both of these things looks like, starting with St. Augustine and then to the Bahia. So now let's take a closer look at the seed whip head of the Bahia. If you've never seen a close-up of those seed heads before, it's pretty crazy. It almost looks like some kind of centipede or or a crazy bug underneath the microscope. Now what we're going to do is take a view of a bias cut. So bias means 45 degrees. So we're going to cut the Bahia at 45 degrees and the St. Augustine as well as we can at 45. That's going to be tough because of how thin it is. And we're going to take a look at that cross section. Those are straws. All those little tubes are straws. If you've got a bunch of straws lined up in a row and you swing some kind of blade through them, it's going to cut them one at a time. They're all stacked up real nice and neat. But when you see that Bahia, if you were to bundle all those straws up, if you took 20 or 30 or 50 of those straws and just bundled them in a tight mass, it's going to be a lot harder to cut through with that same blade. So that's going to be one of the main reasons why, you know, it's tough to get a clean cut on Bahia, because it's so much more work for the mower. Which that went without saying. You know, it's thicker, so obviously it's going to take more effort to cut. But hopefully this showed it in a way that you hadn't seen it before, and put some science behind why it's a little bit harder to cut. So I hope you enjoyed that video.